for a refresher. If you're not using Command yet or not using it to its full functionality, this will help you get everything set up so that when you are ready, there's no delays and everything works properly. So I'm going to start by going to your settings. So if you're logged into Command, it's just at the top right here. If you click on your name.
Are we recording this just to make sure? Because I would like to watch. Okay, good. And then go back and actually do. Thanks.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay.
Okay, so you're going to go to settings. So on the first page of settings, these are all the things that you can connect to Command. I'm just going to move my Zoom out of the way. So the first one is DocuSign. I disconnected everything just for the purpose of this training so I can show how everything works. So for DocuSign, you're just going to click Connect Account. If you already have a DocuSign account, you can click Login here. I do, so that's what I'm going to do. But if you don't have a DocuSign account yet, you're going to fill in your first name, last name, and the email that you want to be associated with your DocuSign account. And then you're going to click Send Registration Email. Erin, it sends you a code, right, to set up the account?
Yeah, so if you're doing it that way, you will get an email from DocuSign, and then in the email, you just click Accept Invite, and then it asks you to create passwords and everything. I'm pretty sure everyone on this call should have DocuSign created because I force you to do it when I onboard you. And everyone on here is fairly new except for Mike, but Mike, I know you have an account too. So everyone on the call should already have their DocuSign set up.
So if you have it set up and you did it right through Command, it'll already be connected. If you haven't connected it, you're just going to click Login here. Okay, that's the email. And then log in. It's going to direct you to DocuSign. So enter your password. And then it'll bring you right back into Command, and that's connected. Super straightforward for that. The next thing is Facebook. So if you're going to run any Facebook ads from Command, you'll want to connect this. So I'm going to click Connect Account. My Facebook's already logged in on this computer, so it just brought it over automatically. And then it asks which page you want to connect. So to do Facebook ads, you have to have a Facebook business page. So you'll choose which business page to connect to. I'll just choose that one. And that's it. If you chose the wrong one, or maybe you have multiple and you want to switch between them, you just click Manage. And you can disconnect and reconnect it, or you can connect more. So it'll let you choose another page again. That. Twitter, it's pretty much the same process if you wanted to run ads on Twitter, which you can do through Command. People don't use this as frequently, and I don't think I have Twitter, so I'm not going to connect that. The next one are Google Calendar and Gmail. You can connect these with Gmail. It'll actually track your emails with your contacts that you have in Command. So when you view your contact, it'll show you any email threads that you've had back and forth with them. And it's kind of nice just to have that accessible. So I'm just going to hit connect. It'll ask me which account. Allow. And then it's connected there. For Google Calendar, Erin, what does that do? I'm not sure.
That's so if you're in your contact, you can say add an event, and it will automatically populate it into your Google Calendar. So if you are like calling your contacts, you're sitting there with their contact screen open, and then so you're just calling to check in with them, then all of a sudden they're like, you know what, we're thinking about selling our house, can you come over? You're like, yep, and you click add event, and it automatically puts it right into your Google Calendar. So it just saves you from having to then get out of Command to go into Google Calendar.
Right. The next one is PieSync. You probably won't be using this unless you have a different like database, it'll let you sync your contacts from one program to another. So I won't go over that. And for Facebook ads down here, why does it make you connect?
So the first one that you already did is for scheduling posts. And as Sina just learned, Facebook and Instagram are owned by the same people. Like Facebook owns Instagram. So when you connect Facebook, it's automatically connecting your Instagram as well. However, it does that for Instagram ads, but not regular posts. So from in command, you can create a post to be scheduled at a later date. That's the first one that it did. So you can see it says Facebook post scheduling. That's that one. That does not connect to your Instagram. I asked why, and it's just like Instagram has tighter API rules. I don't even really know what that means. It just, Instagram doesn't allow it to happen. However, when you connect the ads manager, it does pull your Instagram in, so you can create Instagram or Facebook ads by doing this one.
I think, Erin, what I'm going to do to circumvent that is use the if this then that. So anytime I post to Phil's Facebook, it'll automatically go to his Instagram.
Yeah.
The ads are mainly what we're going to be posting, but like the closings we like to put on as just posts.
Yeah.
I'm not sure, but it might be, you have to look into it, but it might be better to post on Instagram and transfer it to Facebook versus the other way because of the tighter pictures and everything else. Facebook will take it versus Instagram. This is what I was told. I don't know.
No, because so you can set up the actual picture on Canva or in Command as a square, like that. I don't know what is it, 10 by 80 by 10 by 80 or something. But when you're posting through Command, like you're doing a scheduled post, we'll have to go through Facebook. But I can tell you more about that later, Dennis.
All right. So yeah, so for the ads for Facebook, it's the same process. So you just click connect account. And yeah, it connected it just by default because I already connected the post scheduling. So I didn't have to choose which account to connect it to. And let's see. So for command email, I believe this is, yeah, for campaigns. So you get 5,000 free emails directly out of command. So mine's already connected, so I can click manage. And so here you'd put your name. So when someone receives an email that you sent from command, this is the name that it'll show who it's coming from, as well as the reply to email. So you can set it up. So when they reply to your email, it's going to come back to you at this email address. So I have a couple different ones there, and I chose this one. If I wanted to choose the other one, I would click that and just click Save Changes. And then that saves. And then down here, if you are using it, it'll tell you how many of your available emails that you've sent, so you can keep track of how many you have left.
How many, is that 5,000 total, or is that 5,000 every year, or?
Per month.
Oh, 5,000 per month? Okay.
So that's
Sorry.
like emails that you can send directly from command?
Yeah.
Okay,
So like email marketing, things like that.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect.
Don't get it confused that it has anything to do with your @kw.com address. If you're sending regular emails from Gmail, there's no limit. Don't worry about that. This is like smart plans and campaigns right out of command.
Okay.
All right. MailChimp is another email marketing provider. Basically the same thing that command has built in. If you were already using MailChimp before you started using command, this is something you could connect. But if you're not, then that's fine. And the last one is Twilio. So Twilio is a texting service so that you can send bulk texts from command, or even just text to individual people out of command. It all goes through Twilio. So there's some pros and cons for Twilio. The pros are that texting, it converts better than an email. More people are more likely to answer you if you text them versus emailing them. But the cons, you can't use your own phone number. It'll have a different phone number than what you actually have. So it is a 902 number, which is nice. But that's one con. And you can set it up also. So if they were to call that number, your Twilio number, you can have it so it forwards it to your actual phone number. So at least if someone calls that number, you will still get the call. I believe it's $3 a month for 300 texts, which is a good amount. And you can change your subscription level. So I'm just going to click subscribe here, just so you can see if you were interested in using that, how that would work. So it'll bring me to the marketplace. So it shows you how many credits you get per month and what the cost is, and the available plans. So if you were using it a lot, you could upgrade. Still really inexpensive. It gives you some overview here about how it works. Yeah, so you can look through all of that. And then if you decide that you want to opt in with Twilio, you just click buy now.
Okay, Jess, so when and if we decide that this is something we want to use as part of our marketing or communication relationship building with our clients, how many, say, out of 100 current agents that are, doing well, use this?
I'm going to direct that question to Erin because she would know more.
I already unmuted. I would say out of 100, I would guess 25.
Okay.
They're great. Twilio is great if you're really trying to automate your business. So the best use for Twilio is Facebook leads. So imagine you're on a Facebook ad, you gather cold leads. We know Facebook leads are very cold. There is zero connection between you and that person. Just think of yourself. How many times have you clicked on a Facebook ad and then all of the messaging you get from that company, you're like, oh my God, leave me alone, right? They're the same, right? You're now the company. They don't want your messages, but they are a lot more likely to answer if you're texting them versus emailing them. So Alex this week, he does not agree with Twilio. He doesn't like it at all. I forced him to create an account this week. We got in a fight and I told him to get a Twilio account.
Yeah.
He made a Facebook ad. Every time he makes a Facebook ad, he texts the people once manually and then they don't answer and that's it. And I'm like, stop wasting money. Don't do Facebook ads if you're not following up with them because it's just a waste of money. So I made him get a Twilio account. We built a smart plan. And now all of the leads go on that smart plan and people are actually answering him. And he said to me, oh, I guess this does work better. And I'm like, yeah, that's why it's built.
That's right. So you should have written in a commission plan that you get a certain percentage for the first few months or like every deal that comes from that. That's amazing. That's a great value add.
And there's no way anybody converts every Facebook lead they get. It's not going to happen. If you can convert one lead per ad, that's great, right? So then your $3.50 a month for Twilio and your $30 Facebook ad are more than paid for. And that's great. One deal per Facebook ad would be amazing. But you're not going to convert those people if you don't use Twilio, unless you're really good at remembering to continuously follow up with them manually.
Yeah. So it's more like a branding play with the ads versus taking advantage of the potential lead.
Exactly.
Yeah, so it'd be something that I would probably do as I move on. It would definitely be something I'd be open to. Okay. Yeah. Great.
So Twilio is really weird if you're trying to connect with already existing contacts. Like you can build a smart plan, including Twilio, to connect with past clients. Like, hey, Merry Christmas, whatever, happy birthday, but they have your real phone number. Yeah. So it's a little bit strange that they're like, okay, like I know this isn't your real phone number, so I know this is scheduled. Facebook leads don't have your real phone number, so they don't know the difference.
That's great.
Okay.
So Erin, it just sends them a text message and then they text message back?
Yeah.
because we ran a Facebook ad and I called the leads that were on the Facebook ad.
Well, you're going to convert them better calling them than texting them.
Okay.
Right? Like email's the bottom, then text, then phone call.
Okay. Some people didn't even know that they clicked on the ad. It was the weirdest response
people
that you
always
get
say
from
that. When they click on it, the form is already filled in because Facebook knows all their information. So then they just have to click next. So they don't even notice that they did it.
Yeah, I think maybe out of 11 or 12 leads that we had, maybe one was actually looking to buy. But
good for
it was
you
fun.
for calling, because that's better than texting.
Absolutely.
Okay. But Twilio will send them a text message and they actually respond, do they? Okay.
Yeah. Alex said he got, obviously not everyone responds, and some people reply stop, right?
Okay.
But he did have a couple conversations with people.
Okay, cool.
It's just a better chance than an email.
Yes. Okay.
And also, Jess, you were probably going to cover this. I'm jumping ahead of you, sorry. You can set when you're creating your Twilio account, you choose a call forwarding number. So you know how if you get a text from someone and then you click like info, you can choose to call them. So if someone does that from your Twilio number, it will call your real phone number. You forward your Twilio number to your actual cell phone number, so you get any calls. I hope that made sense.
Yeah, that's great. Thanks.
All right. So yeah, so this is where you would choose which plan you wanted to do. The smallest is 300, which is a really good starting point. But you can go all the way up to 15,000 if you're sending a lot of text messages. And then it's basically just like any online purchase. You click continue. You'll go to your billing details, confirm order, all of that. So that's pretty straightforward.
Just note that these prices are American. So $3.16 a month, you'll get charged like $3.50 or $3.80 or whatever. I don't know, whatever the conversion is.
Okay. So those are all of the apps that you can connect directly in Command. I believe there's more. Is there any that are worth looking at in the more?
There is an entire marketplace worth of apps that you can connect. If there's something you really wish was connected to your Command, you can definitely come in here and see if it exists. If you use, most of you guys are new, so none of you use .loop. If you used .loop, you could connect it in here. But no, not really.
Okay. All right. So that is that. The next thing we're going to look at is the marketing profile. So go here. So this is your marketing profile. Command pulls information from here into a few different places. Your website is one if you use Command, your website through Command. Designs will pull some of this information. Campaigns, I believe, does as well. So definitely important to fill this out. You can't save it until you have a photo to upload. So if you don't have a photo yet, you may not be able to do this, or you could put a placeholder photo until you have your actual photo. So I already have mine there. If you wanted to change your photo, you would just click upload, and it'll bring you into your computer, find the photo, choose it, and just save that. If you're on a team, there's a couple people here that are on a team. You can upload your team logo here so that will pull into your marketing materials. And then you'll just fill out anything with the red star. So that means it's required. So first name, last name, you can put your license number in here. It's not required. If you're on a team, it'll show it there. We're on a staff team, so that's why it says that. If you have any designations or credentials, you can fill those in. And then your bio. So this can pull onto any of your designs or marketing materials as well. It's not required, but good to have filled out. And then your phone number, mobile phone, office phone are both required. I just put the same number for both.
For you guys, your mobile and office phone are the same. Where you will put the actual office phone number is down below where it says Market Center phone number.
Gotcha. Okay. Here, this doesn't go on automatically, does it, Erin? The broker, no. So you would upload the brokerage logo. This is available on Weebly and in Google Drive, which Erin would have shared with you when you started with KW. And then you'll fill out the market center information. This may already be in there, I'm not sure. So that's just the office location that you work out of. And legal footer. Do we have a legal footer, Erin?
Yeah, there's two different ones you could use. One is each office is independently owned and operated, and then that's the one you should probably use here. On marketing materials, it's not intended to solicit those already under contract. But this profile is mostly going to go on your website and app and things like that. So each office is independently owned and operated.
Okay. And then you can put any links to your social pages. So if you have a Facebook business page, a YouTube channel, LinkedIn, Instagram, Twitter, you would just find the link to your profile and put them in here. Then if you're super techie and you're using Facebook pixels and Google Analytics for ads and things like that, you can put those in here as well.
What's it going to do with your LinkedIn? Like if I put my LinkedIn there, is it going to just show like the little icon at the bottom somewhere?
Yeah, so that will pull through to your website. If you create a website in Command, it will say like social links, and then they can like click on Facebook or LinkedIn and it will take them to your Facebook or LinkedIn page.
Thank you.
Okay, so I'm just going to save that since I did make changes. And then another thing you want to make sure as well is right here, it says use my information to brand my agent site. For the longest time, I thought my command didn't work because none of my stuff would pull into my designs or the website I was designing. And I did not have this checked off. So if you have that off, it wouldn't be green, it'll be white there. It's not going to pull any of this information into the things you're working on. So just make sure that that's turned on if you wanted to use it for that. Is there anything else I'm missing, Erin?
No, that was all I was wanting to go through. Nobody on this call, well, Sina's on a team, but nobody else. No, that's mostly it. You can click on command settings and see if there's anything anyone has any questions about. In command settings, you can create other things. So if you click contacts, here's where you can create custom tags or custom lead sources or custom fields, but you can also do it directly in the contact when you're doing it. So I find it easier there. If you're a rainmaker, which none of you are, rainmakers like the leader of a team, you would create them in here because then it goes through to all of your team members. But so for you guys, it makes more sense just to do it in your, right in the contact as you're doing it. Same with all that stuff. Actually, if you click on client update, Sina, that's what you're asking me right now. So in opportunities, when you create tasks per the different stages of your pipeline, which some of you might not know what that is right now, that's okay. You can choose that the tasks send your clients an update saying it's been completed. So if you have tasks saying, let's say when you do a listing appointment, you say, if you list with me, when your house closes, I make a donation to the SPCA. you want to make sure you tell your client that you actually did that because you told them you were going to. So if one of your tasks is make donation to the SPCA, once it gets to this stage of the pipeline, you can choose that when you click complete, an email gets sent to your client saying it's been completed. So here's just the settings for that, Sina. So you can choose what time of day basically it goes out, things like that. So if it goes to both people on the opportunity or just the primary, things like that. So if you are diving into there, you might want to look at some of these settings, but it's pretty straightforward.
It is nice that if it tells you, like, because then you don't have to contact each person, and you can choose which stages you are going to let them know about. You don't have to let them know about every stage.
Yeah, so you don't need to say, like, if you have a task saying create a listing package, you don't need to tell your clients that you've done that, right? Like they're expecting that you did that. You don't need to tell them. So yeah, it is a pretty neat feature. This is just the settings for it.
Okay. I thought it would be great if I could send them an automatic email, like, these are the next steps.
Yeah, that would be cool. That right now, it would be nice if you could automate that in opportunities, but you can't. You would have to build it in a smart plan.
In a smart plan. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you more about that as well.
But the problem with it, each deal might be too varied to build a standard smart plan.
Gotcha.
Right?
Okay.
Does anyone have any questions?
Actually, I do. So my goal this weekend is to take some courses on command. So there's a list, like everybody has, of things they want to complete. So do my bio and then fill in all of my profile information for all those places, like white pages all the way through. And then my goal is to actually start making heavy calls, like getting into it hardcore, say Tuesday, I'll have it. So anyway, this weekend, I want to learn as much as I can about command, as into how to even input a contact and how to do. So what online course through YouTube would you suggest? Is there one or two? I'll go through them all. If only if we're done with this part. I don't want to be.
Yeah, I think we're done with this part.
Okay.
Unless anyone has any questions, and then we can move on. Okay.
The only question I have is my bio. I just noticed the other day when I was looking at it, I got a bunch of question marks in there. So something is going on.
Oh, when you copy and paste from some formats, if there's like apostrophes, usually it changes it to question marks.
Okay.
So you just have to manually fix it all.
So I tried that and it didn't switch it. So which platform is there one platform I can fix it on? Then it'll create it through everything, or do I got to fix it for everything?
Should be the marketing profile. If you show me where you're seeing the bio that is wrong, I can tell you I can try to tell you where that bio is pulling from.
I went to my white pages, so I'll try that later. I'll go to
try marketing profile too.
Okay, thank you.
Jen, I would suggest going to the office's YouTube channel.
Okay.
So you can go to Weebly and find it, or you can go straight to YouTube. And if you search KW Select, you'll find it.
I have it as one of my favorites.
Okay. Perfect. Click on the videos tab. Thank you. I honestly.
Oh, well, look, we're movie stars. What we got there?
I would scroll through these, and whatever topic interests you or you want to tackle next, watch it.
Okay. Is there one, do you know, offhand for, say, just when you first get in?
The most important thing as a brand new agent is building your database.
Right.
So watch contact videos for sure.
Yeah. Because I want to, as I'm contacting the people, I put them in. I don't know strategy. I'm guessing that's the best strategy.
Yeah.
And so contacts.
Yeah. One thing I've been mentioning a lot lately is when you're building your contacts, I think it's a great idea to build a note within the contact, title it interests or something like that, and just jot down things that they like. Not that they like, but like if they have a cottage or if they have pets or things like that, like conversation pieces, basically things you want to ask them about. So it sounds like you remembered that about them. Just
Right.
from the start, create a note that's called interest or whatever, and just keep adding to it as you learn more about them.
That's great.
That's a good tip, I think.
Because I'm going to be speaking with Colin about just how I'm going to kind of tackle this. So I think I'm going to start with my Facebook people, and I may not have their contact information, you know, and then I'm going to throw in my friends and family. And so I'm just going to, so I want to start creating those buckets and how to tackle those specific people.
Yeah.
Any other advice?
Stay on top of tags from the start.
Right.
So tags are how you like group people together.
Right.
Now, as your business grows and as you do business, you're going to create more tags that you didn't think of right now.
Right.
Or that you couldn't use right now, depending, right? But try and stay on top of it. So if it's friends or family, like create tags for that. If it's Xerox contacts, create a tag for that.
Right.
Whatever it might be, stay on top of tags from the start.
Okay, great advice. Yeah, I want to be able to do that for every single person.
Mm-hmm. Basically treat them as how you know them for right now.
Right.
Right.
Great.
I was going to say something else and now I forget. There are a couple of smart plans.
Mm-hmm.
So you were mentioning you're going to contact people on your Facebook and you might not have their contact info.
Yeah.
There are some smart plans for like missing phone number. So it's a smart plan that's an email, because if you're missing their phone number, hopefully you have their email. You can add everyone who you don't have a phone number for. So maybe that's a tag you're going to create from the start.
Yeah. What about
missing
those
email,
people?
missing phone number.
Okay.
Right.
Yo, I gotcha. Okay, perfect.
Then you can put them on the smart plan that sends them an email saying, hey, like, I'm just trying to update my database. I have your email address, but I don't have your phone number. Can you send that to me?
I love that. Okay.
Also, you could just send a bulk email. It's a pretty simple message, but.
Yeah, that's good to know off the get-go.
So those tags might be one. If you want to work on completing your database, you might want to use tags to know what you're missing from people.
Oh, right. Yes.
Right. So
because I'm going to know that when I first reach out to them, I'm going to know what I have and what I don't have, and then slowly migrate them somewhere else.
Yeah. So create a tag that says missing email, and then you can text those people or call those people and say, hey, like, I have your phone number, but not your email. Then when you're inputting their email, you can delete the missing email tag.
I love it. Is that weird that I love that? Kind of.
No.
Great. Okay.
Any other questions?
Also mentioned the white pages. What are the white pages?
Okay. One thing that annoys me about KW is all of the different profiles. So it's another spot that you have a profile. Jess, do you want to go to my KW? I keep thinking it's my screen. I keep trying to type. So if you log into mykw.kw.com, it's the same login as command. If you click the profile button at the top left, that is white pages.
Okay.
That's more of an internal profile. The marketing profile and command is what goes onto your website and things like that. This one is more so for people within KW searching you.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
So it's less important.
Okay,
So,
thanks.
So the places that we're going to have to update our profile is the white pages. I'm also Paragon and Command.
Yeah. And there's actually Connect too.
Connect.
Jess, do you want to go to kwconnect.com?
And if you're in Command, you can get to Connect from there, right?
Yes. Yeah, you can go directly to Command from.
That's something I need to do for all of those.
And then, so click on your profile at the top right. It's just and then go to my profile. So there is this one here too.
Oh my.
Obviously you click edit my profile and then you can edit it.
Is this for the purpose of the app?
This one is for, so Connect is a place, it's kind of getting phased out. but it's a place that people can upload resources to. So other agents can upload resources that then become available to every agent at KW. So you have a profile in there as well. And it actually also is the referral network profile. So one of the parts of Command is the referrals. So if someone is searching to send a referral to Halifax, this profile is what they're going to see.
If it's getting phased out, is there a point in?
I mean, it will take 2 seconds to fill it out. So
Okay,
it's not the end
that's
of the
true.
world.
But you would say
It is-
Command is the most important to fill
Command
out.
is most important. It is I think it's my biggest pet peeve about KW is all the different profiles. There
Yeah,
should just
and
be
that they
one
don't
that feed
sync.
everywhere.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna take a block out spot in my calendar and just get that done.
It doesn't take you long. I mean, it's really just your contact info, copy and paste your bio.
And then I can just put in a pitch, whatever picture for now, as long as
Yeah.
it's decent and professional. And then I can change. These are just evergreen, right?
Yeah.
Which ones are actually going to be seen online as a realtor.ca?
Yeah, so that feeds through from Paragon.
Okay. And then what about when people go to KW and they see my name and my picture and they click on that spot and then it opens up?
So kw.com comes from your marketing profile in Command.
Okay.
kwhalifax.com is whatever you send me. I manage that website. It doesn't pull from anywhere.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah. So you're just not on there right now because I don't.
Yeah, that's cool. Okay. So KW comes from Command. Okay, there I'm seeing the connection. I see who's married to who and what's happening there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes,
Great.
Dennis.
So I just figured if I'm allowed to take a second here just to share something that happened to me recently, just because there's a few of us here that I know are new. So
Mhm.
someone reached out to me from realtor.ca through an email, right? So I emailed them back, and they had a home that's recently renovated, and they're looking to have someone take care of it. Now I haven't updated my profile, so I just know it's somewhere in Nova Scotia. And I said, well, I'd be more than willing to help you myself or find you the right agent for you and within your area, kind of thing. So I said, here's my times available. I'm available, and this was yesterday. I'm available between this time and this time, this time, or tomorrow between this time. And all of a sudden I got an email back, and it says, hello, contacted you earlier. And this is, I'm going to read this as it is. Contacted you earlier in regards of my newly renovated house. I want to put on sale. Below is an appendix showing every of the host details and vital information needed. So with saying that, that's going to be spam. So just be aware of that, guys. Like, I thought it was great. And because I asked them to call me, I gave them specific instructions. The next one that came through, so part of my question is a warning, or part of my thing is a warning, but my question of this is where I emailed them back, that shouldn't have went to my junk, and it went back into my junk again. Is that not right? Like, the moment I initiate the email to answer back, the next one shouldn't have went to my junk. So that to me is an automated thing, right?
Depends on your email provider. Like, they all have different, if you're using Gmail, I know they're pretty strict with spam filters. You have to mark it safe. There's usually a thing that pops up that says we detect that this is bad, tell us if it's not, sort of thing. So you may have to mark it safe for it to stop going to your junk. That's just a suspicion.
Yeah, this one was once I was like, oh, good. And then all of a sudden I was like, oh.
So not to burst your bubble, and this isn't to sound mean, but without having a listing on realtor.ca, you're probably not going to get a real lead from realtor.ca.
I was thinking, wow.
I'm sorry if that sounds mean, but most realtor.ca leads are going to come from your listings. People are going to be saying, oh, I'm interested in seeing this listing. That's how you're going to get realtor.ca leads that are real.
I was gonna say, wow, that's lucky. You just sign on, and then the listings just come to you. I don't know what I would have said if I got that email. Like, hey, Phil, look at this.
Yeah, realtors are targeted a lot because your phone numbers and email addresses are plastered all over the internet. So unfortunately, you always just kind of have to be a little skeptical. There's a very common, what's the word I'm looking for? Scam, I guess, that you'll get a text message from a phone number and it says, hi, this is Ann Da Silva, like our broker, or Jerry Murphy, the operating principal. I'm in a meeting. I can't talk. I need you to do me a favor. Can you go buy me some gift cards? It happens all the time. And it's like, but like, it doesn't come from their phone number. Like, why would we think that they're suddenly texting us from a random phone number? Like, but it happens a lot.
Yeah. Apparently Anne likes Steam gift cards.
Yes.
That was the last one.
Good to know. Thanks for the tip. Appreciate. We need every time we can get. So if it's like wasting your time, even with the call, like that, thank you for the heads up.
Yeah. You guys, you do get targeted a lot.
Yeah.
Marianne's nodding her head. She knows.
Yeah, I actually have something in my email. It has nothing to do with command. It's Postmaster from an Outlook. I don't use Outlook. And everything I send out, most of the things I send out, comes back with saying, this person was not available, or this mailbox is full, with everything. Driving me crazy. I don't really know how to get around that.
Is it the same person you're always emailing?
Not all my email, but a lot of my email comes back, and it looks like I'm sending to an additional recipient, and then it pops back to me to say that mailbox is full. It says from Postmaster, and it is an Outlook, which I never use.
Do you just use normal Gmail? Like, do you log into gmail.com?
Yeah.
Okay, I want to talk to you not on this call about that. I just want to check something, make sure something's not happening.
Okay. Thank you.
Any other questions?
A ton, but for now, no.
All right.
Cool. Well, I think that's all then, guys.
Thanks,
Thank
ladies.
you so much,
Appreciate it.
Jessica and Erin.
No worries. Marianne, can you stay on?